Okay, today we're gonna we got some range shell casings here that we picked up, and they're everywhere, and we thought we'd experiment with them today. We've got just shy of 30 pounds, a few azimuths shy of 30 pounds, and we're gonna melt them down. And let's get started with that. We'll fill up our number 6 crucible here, and we'll get this show on the road. We're going to time this, and we're going to see how long it takes to render down 30 pounds of aluminum shell casings. Now the crucible will hold just shy of 3 pounds, and I intend on, once we get a melt down, it'll melt down to about 1/3 full, and I intend on shutting it down and then adding some and then firing it back up. So we'll see how this works. Okay, we're fired up. Let's go in here out of the noise. I want to give a little talk about these shell casings. It's a little bit hard to determine the weight because they all stick together. 40 caliber will stick inside of 45 caliber, and 9mm will stick inside of a 40 caliber, and then inside of a 45. So some of them stick inside, some of them don't, so it's kind of hard to get an exact weight. We're wondering what we're going to kind of have an alloy that we're going to have, in being that the primers are brass, and we may just separate those all out with the dross and then run the dross back through and see what happens. Now one beware of picking up this stuff is that if you do wash it, why you'll get them stuck together and you'll have water trapped inside of each one. Not all of them, but you got to be careful about that, and separate them all and let them dry. We put them all out in the sun to dry, and then we make sure that they're all taken apart like this. One good use for these I have found in the past is that I could take my whatever I use for a fluxing agent and pour it inside, and then stick a 45 casing, then stick a 40 caliber case and squeeze it together. And then whenever I'm at the optimum temperature and ready to flux, I can just drop this in and push it down to the bottom. And I've got a good way to do it without shutting down the furnace to put my flux in. So that's one good point about these. So we're going to get this melted down. It'll melt down to about 1/3 or 1/2 full, and we'll add some more bullet casings to this, and we'll be right back on it. If you can. Okay, we're now about 1/3 full. I'm just going to not shut this down. I'm just going to put these in with a dipper. Get it full again. started off at quarter after 10 after 11 here on the clock, and now it's almost 11:30. So that was from a cold start. Okay, we're pretty full again. Probably another 10 minutes, we'll be able to pour our first pour. We're going to run continuously on this, and you know, 30 pounds. The crucible holds just shy of 3 pounds, so that means 10 pours. But we're going to try to get it down to like 7 pours, and or less. So you know, everything will be heated up, and we can run a lot much faster. So we'll show you our first pour when we get ready. See ya. I can feel the primers on this skimmer, between the skimmer and the crucible. Okay, let's get ready to pour here. Got a half full crucible here. I like to bang the tins so they get a flat top instead of a rounded top. Okay, I've still got a puggle in here. I want to keep a puggle in order to maintain the heat. Let's charge this thing up again. These casings are mostly CCI, and there are some of them are Federal. Okay, we got our crucible. We're going to rotate our crucible 180 degrees. Okay, so we got 25 minutes for this first pour from a cold start. So in between pours will be a much shorter time. So we'll get right back with you. I don't intend on showing you the whole process of this, as it would take too long and I don't want to bore you to death. So you're going to see the end result anyway, and some in between. Let's take and check these ingots here. They're ready to drop out. I like the shorter ingots in that they're easier to handle, and when I go back to melt them down for a project, well, they're a lot quicker to melt down than a big chunk of metal. Okay, last pour. This is number 7 pour. These primers are kind of tough to get out. They kind of roll between the scraper and the crucible. Okay, we've got seven pours, 6 of which are 21, and the first pour we only got like 11. So anyway, that's a pretty good day's work, and it's now right at 1 o'clock. The clock says. So we started at 11:10 a.m. and ended up at 1 o'clock. So that's 2 hours. and 7 pours. We still have some dross over here, and tomorrow we'll do the dross. And I think we've done our work for the day, and I'll show you how I do that. And that's where the flushing will come in. I saved back a handful of these 40 calibers and 45 calibers to do our flushing with, to get the rest of the aluminum out of that. And we'll let this all cool. We'll have it all weighed up and tell you what the yield was off of 30 pounds of aluminum. And then we'll get on with the dross. I want to keep all that separated. I've got to where I want to keep everything separated because they are different alloys, especially when I'm going to render this dross that has the primers, which are brass, mixed in with it. So I'm going to melt that all and make one alloy out of that dross, which will be, I don't know what will happen with it, but this is my first time of doing it. So we'll get back with you tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.